What up, my guy?
What's happening?
Brock, stand in front of the camera and take that. Shoot, going back. Going back. Think about all the quarterbacks that we think are great quarterbacks. They would all stand in front of the camera and take that. Wide receivers aren't going to get that. You're a wide receiver. You have 3 drops at the end of the game. We're not going to see you. You're not.
So are you saying we can look forward though to the wide receiver not having the optimism or maybe the professionalism as a quarterback? We're just automatically just going to expect like if he has a bad game.
It's what I expect. It's what I've expected for quite some time. I mean, there's very few Jerry Rices in the world, bro. There's very few. Shoot, I think if they have Devontae Smith stands in front of it.
Sure.
But he's showing himself to be like a man of character. Like people just have certain levels of character. But I want to introduce my guy, Mike. What up, Mike? Mike Wilson.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
What up? Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year.
So Mike is from Baltimore, but he lives in San Antonio, Texas. These are my guys, Ralph and Mike, both of them in VA.
For sure. So you Ravens or Texans?
No. I ain't gonna tell you who I'm a fan of. We'll get to that later.
He's a Commodore fan.
Oh my God! Hold on, don't give it up yet. Don't give it up yet.
Yeah. We'll talk about them later.
Lionel Richie gang.
Let's talk about the important teams right now.
Look, my team is New England. You know what I'm saying? So.
And Rez, I'm getting it real bad because I'm a Florida State fan too, so I'm getting it real bad.
I do, man.
That Florida State shit was crazy, bro.
I have to ask you: Is this the they deserve it on display? Like, is that what that was?
No, what it was is a bunch of kids that were disappointed that they got told that their season didn't matter. So they decided to tell ESPN, you don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, Mike. I agree with that. That's a lot.
Like, look, as a fan, obviously I'm disappointed. Obviously, I ain't want to go out like that. I ain't gonna make no excuses about it. But at the end of the day, the kids decided if what we do don't matter, while we still making y'all money, we gonna go get ready for the draft. We gonna go transfer somewhere else.
I like that too.
Fair point. Fair point.
I love it. Get a play ball.
And to put another piece in that, and I said this in our group chat, Mike. Like the transfer portal is going to make the bowl games outside of the playoff games obsolete. There'll be no point to even have those games because you're going to be you'll be watching. They expect you to watch teams with 50% or more of their team gone because they're not going to play. Either going to opt out or hit the transfer portal. Nobody's going to watch those games.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. I was thinking about this earlier. Like, what do you think about the way the NFL has preseason? How about having the bowl games on the front side? So, like the first week or the first week of the season, week 0, that could be like Big Ten versus SEC or Pac-10, whatever. Like conference versus conference, and then at the end of the season, it's just only playoff.
Do you like teams where they are? Do you feel like teams are strongest in the beginning of the season as opposed to now?
No, but at the same time, depending on who you are, a loss doesn't hurt you anyway. Like if you're Alabama and say you lose to UCLA,
Texas,
like for no reason, just UCLA, week one. By the time week 10 comes, the talk is going to be they wouldn't beat Alabama today.
Yeah,
because they tried that.
And then get rid of. I like that idea.
Always
actually like that idea.
Because I feel like they always want to put those guys in there anyway. I feel like you got
definitely. But like as we were going towards
regardless of what they did at the beginning of the season, that's not fair.
Well, as we were going towards the end of the season, back before Jordan Travis got hurt, a lot of the talk was, what if it comes down to Texas and Alabama? And there were people on TV saying that, hey, that was week 2. Like, I don't think Texas would beat them today.
Yeah, I remember Joe Clapp saying that
insane.
on Colin's show. That was one of his main points.
I saw people yesterday saying, well, Georgia should have been in the playoff. And then people said, no, don't get too out of control. They were playing Florida State without all these players. And the dude said, Georgia better than Alabama anyway. And I'm like, what did I watch a couple weeks ago?
Hey, Adam, bro, I'm about to send you the link, bro. Come on,
But that's my problem. But that's my problem with the way they've decided to adjudicate this whole playoff thing.
Agreed.
It's like first they said that the regular season matters. The games that happen on the field matter.
Right.
And then they say, well, the games, what we actually saw on the field doesn't matter because we're talking about the potential of the teams. Don't talk to me about the potential of teams. Talk to me about what happened on the field.
Yeah,
that's all I want to talk about.
Especially when that Florida State team still showed improve. They still got a defense.
Yeah,
it's not like their offense. I mean, okay, you got offense, but their defense is still good.
Exactly.
Their defense was still smoking people, bro. That defense was locking people down. Like that was crazy.
Do y'all feel
it's two-sided in the game? Like, the defense. We've seen the Baltimore Ravens win games only defense only. It happens.
Yep, we sure did.
Do y'all feel like they should get rid of bowl games? Like you're saying they might go away, or do y'all feel like they should incentivize players?
No, I think they won't go away right. I think they won't go away right now because, from what I can tell, the cities that host the bowl games are still making money. You know,
sure,
the problem is that
players to stick around and play them jumps.
But the problem is once this 12-team playoff gets started, there's going to be no reason for the other bowl games because
there's no reason for them.
Yeah, there's no reason for it.
I feel you.
Look, that's crazy because I feel like that's bringing a lot of us bringing their money into the game. So, that'll be.
But will it still bring in money to the game? But will it still bring in money to the game when you're watching half the team be the second, third string players that nobody's watched all season?
You're right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like if these people, if they're still making money from these jumps, bro, they should.
Yeah, no.
Stay in place. Like if you make it to a bowl game, you're gonna get paid. If you make it to a bowl game, you're gonna get paid.
The only way that they could survive, the only way they could keep the bowl games, and I'm not advocating for this by any means. The only way they could keep the bowl games is if they tell the players, you forfeit your NFL or your NIL if you don't play, or your NIL stops now if you don't play in this bowl game. That's the only way.
I feel like maybe just like with the in-season tournament, I feel like instead of trying to be an authoritative, like doing something like that, like make it like an incentive, like I was saying, like with the in-season, like if you make it to a bowl game, if you can be one of the top in your division or your conference or whatever, and you make it to the bowl game and you're in maybe like 10 or 12 area, you can get paid. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you play in the bowl game, you're definitely gonna get paid. And I don't know about the Shrine game and the East West and those other bowl jumps. You know what I'm saying? Like basically all-star type games. I feel like I don't know about them jumps. I feel like they should maybe get compensated for them jumps too, because those are definitely risk factors. Like those Reese's bowls. Yeah. Like those are definitely.
I'm not playing that shit.
Ways yeah.
No.
The Monarchy Carter ball.
Will Shipley got hurt the other day, so we saw it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm not risking my career in the Monarchy Car Care Bowl for nothing, bro.
Not gonna happen.
I like the idea, but I do like the idea that you had earlier, Mike, about starting the season with bowl games.
Yeah,
like creating those metrics, much like what they do in NCAA basketball, where they have like the tournaments in the beginning season, like the Maui Invitation, stuff like that. Like, because the games mean nothing.
Right.
They mean nothing. They don't count towards your college career. At least this way, the game, what you actually do in those games will count towards your actual college career. So then get rid of those ones at the end. You don't need those. If you think about it, they got a 12-game playoff. I was thinking about that. That's 3 additional games, bro.
That's real.
A 12-team playoff is 3 additional games for college students, for people who are playing for free.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Put that game in the front. Put that game. Make that okay. We're gonna create. What is it, 300 college football teams? We got 150 bowl games.
Well, it works.
Week 1.
It works because
if the bowls are at the front part, I apologize for cutting you off, Mike. But if the bowl games are at the front part, what's the incentive for not mailing it in that once bowl week is over?
Because you got one week 1, you're 1-0. Boom.
And look too,
you still got the rest of the season.
Yeah, the season is over. Once the season is over, it's playoffs. The rest of y'all stay home.
But what if that quarterback and that running back or that?
So you said okay, I get it.
I'm saying like putting on the front side, and that way you make it more available for the fans too, because you're doing it during the summer versus during the holidays.
Yes.
Well, quick question. So, my thing is, I'm saying this: if you basically are going to say put it in the front, what about that player who's not on the team no more, who was previous to that team from that previous season?
But no, it wouldn't be tied to the previous season. This is the start of a new season.
Oh, new season, you saying? Okay.
Yeah, the start of the new season. Yeah, it's like a preseason game almost.
I like that.
It's like a preseason game.
Okay, I see it.
We give you a little trophy. Guess what? And guess what? Mike, and guess what? That trophy would mean more happening at the beginning of the season than it does at the end of the season.
Exactly.
It means nothing for UGA to beat FSU with all third string players and walk-ons. It means nothing.
And Adam, I gotta listen to Adam complain every year talking about LSU y'all had a game before y'all played LSU. We didn't get to have a warm up.
Yep. So everybody start with the cool.
You know
now
what's
we all
crazy? You know what's crazy?
Right.
I was about to say anyway, like y'all seriously considering playing a game of that magnitude at the top of the year.
Yeah, we won.
Like somebody, you know what I'm saying? And
we trying to get the players to play.
And somebody was just saying the games already matter, though. You know they matter in college football.
Bowl games do not matter.
They don't.
Bowl games do not matter.
No, I'm not talking about the bowl game. I'm talking about games at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
they don't. Okay, so as an LSU fan,
you were just about to say
USC. Would you rather have this game against USC that y'all about to play in September, or you want to play Duquesne?
I want to play Duquesne, but I appreciate I appreciate
Because that's no real
life. You heard it here first.
The only reason I want to play Duquesne, though, is because the SEC is the conference that's actually lining up teams like FSU week one. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's not everybody. Like those other conferences get warm-up games. Like last year when y'all played LSU week one, y'all got Duquesne week one. Our week one was FSU, but your week one was Duquesne, a high school team.
Right.
And it looked like it. We didn't even play the first whole half. So that's kind of my point. When somebody was just saying something about that as far as Alabama losing to Texas or USC or UCLA earlier in the season, it's like, yeah, they're not the same team. The season is a story. Like you're not the same team week one.
But the problem is that the SEC is the only conference that's treated that way.
Thank you.
When anybody else loses early, you're overrated and you don't belong.
Yeah,
Now ask yourself why it's that way though, because you know what my answer about to be.
You know what my answer is. We ain't gonna take over the hot box. We do this all the time.
That's why I said.
That's why you here.
Y'all good?
This is what I always tell him. This is what I always tell him. I cannot sit up here in good faith and say that the SEC is not the best conference in the country. I cannot say that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is when you get to the end of the season, all these bowl games and whatnot, they're all in SEC cities, all in the SEC part of the country. So you got somebody will say, how come Ohio State can't beat Arkansas? Well, how come Arkansas ain't playing Ohio State and Chicago then? How come Alabama not playing Michigan and Cincinnati?
Where they playing at?
But I mean, who do we play early though? I'm a Wolverine fan. Who do we play early?
Nobody.
We play nobody.
But the Big Ten gets off with that a lot, bro. The Big Ten gets off with that a lot of times. Like the Big Ten Big Ten is the one that really gets to go under the radar for not playing anybody until the
right. 100%.
Rice, Rutgers.
Yeah, Rice and Rutgers. That's exactly.
They play nobody.
Temple.
Air Force.
No, but the whole point
Air
that
Force,
I'm trying to
Army.
make though is that it's like
when we host Notre Dame at the Big House, we smashed them like we supposed to do.
Beating Notre Dame is not an accomplishment.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, beating Notre Dame, and so a few things. So that's another thing, and which goes back to my point about like bowl games not really matter. There's a few things in college football that creates a really unsportsmanlike environment, right? When some people's wins matter a whole bunch, and some people's wins don't matter, and then people play each other head to head, that don't matter either. That's when you start talking about stuff that I like. Don't talk to me about the potential of teams. I want to what happened on the field, right? So if Texas and Bama never play each other, then we can say, oh well, based on what we've seen from Texas, based on what we've seen from Bama, we can judge them on these different planes. When Texas plays Bama, if there's a head-to-head matchup, I don't care if it's week 1 or week 10. If we see them head-to-head, I am not putting one team ahead of the other team when I've seen them lose to them head-to-head and they have the same record. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because
I'm
what
not mad at
happens
that.
on the field actually matters. Like it matters. Yeah,
If you're gonna
that's
if
my
you're gonna be
only point
consistent on that for everybody, I'm not mad at that.
everybody. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Don't tell me every week matters and then try to erase what I saw.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's it. That's enough. We haven't seen them play. Don't do the transference thing because we've seen, like, for example, if we took it back to the NFL, okay, the Niners beat the Steelers beat the Ravens beat the Niners.
Nah, this a little.
Come on
We
now.
saw the Niners and the Steelers. I mean, we saw the Niners and the Ravens. We saw that game. So if there was a ranking thing, then there's no world in which the Ravens should be ranked behind the Niners if they're both 12-4.
Right.
But in college football, it's the only place that they say, oh well, the Niners are number one in this and number one in that, so they should be ahead. No, the Niners should be behind the Ravens.
For all the money.
It's not just
all
money,
the money.
Though. It's not just money though. It's actually based on what we know better too, though. And that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not mad if that's going to be your approach consistently across the board. But to sit and act like we don't know better, as far as when it comes to the SEC, is ridiculous.
They're great. No, the SEC is amazing.
We sum it up.
But the SEC.
I'm only saying. I mean, I know we all know it's the best conference. I'm only saying this to say, as far as the point of picking SEC over picking Texas or Alabama if they didn't play each other in the regular season, it's like, man, we know better. We know better.
Oh, if they didn't play each other,
that game came down to the last drive in their building. In their building at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So you're basing it off of, like, I feel you, but if they played today, who would you, if you had to bet your life, not even money, who are you betting with in the playoffs? Nick Saban and Alabama. And this is an LSU fan talking, by the way. Like, I bet with Alabama because I fucking know better. I fucking know better. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be Alabama versus UW. It's about to be Alabama versus UW. Texas.
That's what I got.
I think Michigan takes it.
I think Michigan could too, but Michigan scared money. I saw Michigan's reaction when Alabama popped on the screen.
Ralph, what you got? Mike, y'all the Michigan fans. What y'all
bro,
got?
Easy work, bro. We're going to run the football up and down their motherfucking throat.
I don't think it's easy work. You talking crazy now.
That's what look.
You talking crazy now.
That's what I want to hear.
DJ McCarthy?
I seen Blake all year, bro. Ain't nobody stopping him. Period, point blank.
Yeah.
Bro.
Nobody.
If what's my man? Number 2? What's number 2 name?
For who?
Donovan Edwards.
From Michigan.
Oh, you talking about Blake Corum?
Blake Corum.
If Blake Corum's all right. If Blake Corum's all right. Cancel Christmas.
He's all right. Okay.
I said if Blake Corum is all right, if he's healthy, cancel Christmas, bro. Like I think Michigan is. We watched Michigan play without their head coach over half the season, bro.
Thank you.
So like before the season started, you know what I'm saying? Here come the plug. Sports Reports is ordered, right? My playoff was
yes, sir.
My playoff was Florida State, Michigan, Washington, and Alabama. Those were my 4. And I had Michigan over Bama in the title game, you know, originally. But now that we're here, I can't now that we're here, I'm still pulling for Michigan.
That's how I feel.
But when like I said, when I saw Michigan's reaction when they got Alabama instead of Florida State, that told me everything I needed to know. That told me everything I needed to know.
We ready though.
It's like I want Michigan to win.
We ready, dog.
Michigan to win that shit, man.
We ready, dog.
We're ready. I promise you, we're ready.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think we will ever, like, in I'll say 5-10 years, that they would allow for us to have a college football playoff without one SEC team in a 14 playoff?
We about to have 50
money.
teams playing we about to have 50 teams playing in the playoffs.
Well, now they added the automatic bid.
But I'm saying with the 4. If it was just the 4, I think we can watch. I think we can watch 10 years of football. I think we can watch 10 years of football. If there was only 4 teams that they picked, they would not allow there to be a world in which an SAT team don't.
No, I still feel right now. I still feel at this moment, if Jordan Travis didn't get hurt, Florida State would have got in and they would have put Bama over Texas. That's how I feel.
You're right.
They
You're 100% correct.
They should.
They're going to find a way to put an SEC team in there. They're going to find a way.
Look, I was about to ask like a better question is, would you even want to watch that shit without the SEC in there for real? Like,
Yes,
be honest.
I would.
Why not? It's
I
football.
would.
Why?
I would.
It's football. Why not?
Bro, the Meineke Car Bowl came on that had no meaning and no players that I could recognize, and I watched it.
Adam. Look, I put it like this. My bad. Look.
Records.
No, I put it like this. If they didn't put a SEC team in, that would truly, to me, it would mean that a SEC team didn't deserve to be in.
Agreed.
Because they're going to exhaust themselves to put a SEC team in. You know what I mean? So if they didn't put an SEC team in,
when did they have to exhaust themselves? This is a narrative.
It's not a narrative. 2017. 2017.
Bro, how are you going to say that the SEC is the best conference in one breath and then leave the SEC champion out?
Because things change year to year. Just like all year long, everybody said, yo, Georgia is the two-time. Everybody said Georgia is the two-time defending national champion. I said half of them dudes on the Eagles right now.
Yeah.
I feel that, but we just all said the SEC is the best conference.
It's the best conference, right? But you have to prove yourself to be the best conference every time.
The results still have to matter.
This way. So let me ask you this, Adam.
How are you gonna prove it if we're gonna leave the SEC title out, who we know is the best?
Okay, Adam. So if the SEC had a two-loss champion, you put the SEC two-loss champion in over an undefeated teams from other conferences?
No,
that's what they do.
Not the same thing. No,
that's what I'm asking you.
That's what they do every year.
Who? They ain't never did.
No, they don't do it every year. What I'm saying is you cannot put if it comes down to we have undefeated teams, and the thing that made this year very unique is that we did have that head-to-head matchup in which that team that you're comparing them to beat one of the SEC teams that was going to be in the 4. That's what made it the difference.
The losses mean so much more. That's why I was mad when one of y'all was trying to segue.
Unless you beat the SEC team. Then the losses don't mean nothing.
That's why I had a problem with one of y'all segueing into the NFL, because it's like being undefeated and having a loss and stuff like that, like they mean so much more in college football. It's not the same as the NFL.
You're right. That's true.
It's like a two-loss SEC team and a one-loss SEC team. That's a big difference. A two-loss team, period, compared to a one-loss team, period, is huge. That could be 5 to 7, 5 to 10 slots on the 25 in the top 25. You know,
which is the other problem. We're looking at a top 25 instead of what happened on the field.
That's it.
Ding.
It's
that's going back to FBS.
It is a problem. We argue about this every year. How you going to tell me a team? How you going to tell me a team is number 1 on August 15th?
Preseason rankings. Y'all know why I'm on preseason rankings.
Preseason rankings is another conversation. I'm talking about.
No, but it ties in. Like when the college football playoff come out with their first ranking, they don't never have some team that was number 11 at number 3.
Never.
Why would they?
If that's what you believe, if that's what you believe, you're supposed to be an independent mind.
Team that was at number, because we know better. That's my point. And we all acting oblivious to us knowing better.
And all these teams that were higher lost. Ohio State was number 1 and they lost.
We had it behind SEC bias and all this, but we know better.
I'm not even talking about the SEC. I'm talking about the nation at large.
That's what all this boils down to.
I said Ohio State. Ohio State ain't in the SEC.
Listen. Everything that we saying is all boiled down to SEC bias. We said, would you throw a 9-2 team? The only reason you would suggest that is because of SEC bias. Nobody putting a 9-2 SEC team over an undefeated Florida State unless maybe they're Jordan Travis. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I might have a problem with that for real. Because like a 2-loss team, all right, but a one-loss SEC team, the champion to not make a playoff. Come on, bro. Y'all know better than that.
Well, like looking at Georgia. Looking at Georgia.
If they lost to the team that they're replacing,
Georgia just shown they belong in the playoffs.
No, hold on. That's what I was about to get to. That's what I was about to get to. I'm glad you said that. That's what I was about to get to. Who? Now you're talking about SEC bias. You're SEC bias. Who the hell did Georgia beat this year for me to say that they belong in the playoff?
Come on now.
Can't beat nobody in the regular season for real this year.
That's all I'm saying. So why they belong in? The one time that they faced resistance, they lost.
They didn't earn it. They didn't.
So why you saying they deserve to be in?
They're showing. What I'm saying is they're playing like they showing it. They didn't earn
They
it.
played against a team without 23 people.
Bro, they was gonna do y'all like that with Jordan Travis.
They wasn't going to do us
No, they
like
wouldn't
that with
have.
Jordan.
They
They
wouldn't
would have
have.
probably
They
still
wouldn't
beat
have.
us. They
That's
would have probably
crazy
still
talk.
beat us, but it wasn't going to be like that. Stop that.
That's crazy talk.
Stop that.
That's
Stop that.
ludicrous. That's ludicrous.
That's
Alabama needed a 4th and 31 to beat Auburn. Don't sell that
Come
in
on,
here.
man.
That's
They
what I
wouldn't
was
even had
getting
that.
at.
Hey,
I
Jalen, they were
wasn't
talking about give me the
I
Heisman.
wasn't talking about literally and figuratively winning by 60 points. I'm saying that they were going to handle y'all like the team because that's what the SEC does to other conferences 9 times out of 10.
Except for
Texas,
Maryland beating Auburn by 17 yesterday. Except for Clemson beating Kentucky. Except for.
Come on,
bro, we talking about the cream of the crop. You are going down the totem pole to 5.
I'm talking about
I'm saying that at the end of the day, the ACC had a winning record against the SEC this year, but I'm not going to respect their chance. But I'm not going to respect their chance.
Who was the ACC teams outside of LSU and FSU? Who was the ACC teams at the top that faced the SEC teams? Who was the team?
Let's see. All right, I'm gonna be real about it. Louisville lost to Kentucky. Louisville lost to Kentucky. I don't know. I gotta pull up the schedule.
And that's the wildest one. That's the wildest one. Louisville lost to Kentucky.
But that's a rivalry the same way that you would have told me Auburn and Alabama. Like it can't be both ways. It can't be the SEC got a rivalry, but we're gonna ignore the other rivalry.
Louisville and
this
Kentucky
is what I'm talking about.
Definitely a rivalry.
This is what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a big deal, bro. Louisville.
It is.
That's a big deal.
It is.
The same as who was the other one that you were just talking about?
Who I said
Alabama and who?
I was saying that like if Alabama, when they had to do that 4th and 31,
those are both big deals.
People gonna say Alabama showed the heart of a champion because they struggled with a 6-6 team because it's their rival. You know what I mean? But
who said?
A lot of people said that. A lot of people said that. Just like when Florida State, when Florida State,
it is more people that says the real as far as damn Alabama struggled.
When Florida State struggled with Florida,
they struggled with.
I didn't hear one person say nothing about no rivalry. I heard FSU don't belong in the playoff.
Yep.
On it.
Who struggled with Florida?
When Florida State did.
FSU. It's true.
I don't even remember the talks about that. But I know when Alabama struggles I forgot who it was this year that it wasn't even a real team. It wasn't a blue blood team. Like they barely beat a team.
Are you talking about
Arkansas?
USF?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
But Milroe didn't play that game. I'm
just saying, and even with them not playing, we still talking about like, damn, they barely beat such and such. It's like,
that's disgusting, bro.
It's more
that
people,
like Mortal Kombat.
It is more people. It's more people that be. It's more
too lame.
It's more people that say the things like, damn, Alabama struggled to do this. This big bad Alabama. Than it is, damn, Alabama beat a rivalry. Like, come on, man.
That's the difference. But the difference is, big bad Alabama gets to do that and get rewarded later.
And there's no recourse for them. But if FSU struggles in that type of game, then it's held against FSU. It's absolutely true. He's not making a bad point.
Do you know why I agree with that? Listen, hold on. Let me respond to that. Do you know why? Because I agree with that. Do you know why it's like that though?
Because the SEC is the best.
What are we talking about?
But that's the problem. You can't have it both ways. You can't say wins mean more.
You can't. You trying to be the best without being held to the standard.
Right. You can't do both.
Standard. What? I'm lost.
You can't say the SEC is the best conference.
Listen,
and then say
if we're saying the SEC is the best conference,
right?
And then Alabama struggles to win versus a rival SEC foe.
I'm not talking about them driving against the SEC foe. I'm not talking that at all.
That's what I said. It's just like a couple of years ago. Y'all told me y'all were like Cincinnati don't deserve to be in. Alabama going to do them. That same season they beat SEC Mississippi State 49-9 at Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
That's Mississippi
But that's an SEC team. It means more. It means more.
So let's
When
say
the last time
Every
Mississippi
time-
State?
every
When the last
time
time
you're gonna
Mississippi
make a
State
point-
beat somebody?
Every time you're going to make a point about an SEC team, it's going to be a 5-win SEC team. It's
I
never
feel you.
gonna be-
No, that's not true.
Not at
never
all.
gonna
I asked
it's
you
never
about
gonna-
Georgia 5 minutes ago.
And I agree with that because Georgia didn't belong there. I'm just saying that they shown that what they was going to do.
They showed that they're a good team that can beat a team by 60 without half its roster. Yes.
They showed
Yes.
that they was missing people too, by the way. They
They
was
was.
missing a whole
No,
lot.
they were missing Brock Bowers, yeah, but they had their quarterback, they had their running back, they had receivers,
They had
had defensive backs, they had.
What-
We were playing
what I
without
said-
Jarrett Verse. Forget the
I'm
offense.
not-
We didn't have Jarrett Verse.
I'm not trying to compare about who had who. I'm just
No, I got you. I'm
Both
just
teams-
providing
What I'm saying
context,
is,
like you like
Florida
to say.
State had way less of their guys. I'm not saying that they had equal amount of guys or nothing. I'm just saying that Georgia was going to handle whoever was in front of them, bro. They are a championship
Okay.
caliber team.
Okay.
But see,
I can live with that. I can live with
And
that.
the
I can live with
biggest
that.
part- And the biggest part about it is we all know that.
How do I raise
That's
my
my
hand?
point. This is what the voters. This is
How do I
how
raise
the
my
voters
hand
are
in
looking
this
at it. Whether you agree with it or not, this is how the voters is looking at it. We know better. We have tried to do it the fans' way. We have given
Says win.
Cincinnati just got there and lost.
And we paid for it.
TCU.
And with TCU.
Oh, you got it. You right.
Even though
TCU won a game.
Oh, we give in to that punk ass shit.
So, let me ask you
And
this.
then we
TCU,
give in.
TCU won a playoff game.
TCU don't want
They
to.
beat
won
us. It was
a
a
playoff
fortunate
game.
game.
Yeah, that TCU don't was. Yeah, that was it. You right.
TCU won up, and that's my point. That's my point about. That's my point. That's my point about the
Yeah,
bias
I'm
piece.
an advocate for letting the lower level
you think I
teams
like seeing
compete, which is
Alabama?
what I'm
Do
an
y'all
advocate
really
for.
think that I like seeing Alabama go to the playoffs in the name of the SEC? I could give
Yes.
a fuck. No.
Yes.
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 You do. You
I
do.
was walking
You
around
absolutely do,
Walmart
AD.
today. I seen these people in there. SEC, it just means more.
Oh shit.
So
I was about to
so
throw
what
some
I'll say-
tomatoes like the
No.
Muppet babies at that motherfucker.
what I'll say-
I swear
what
to
I'll say,
God,
right?
Go ahead.
What I'll say is the SEC. So and this is sort of my issue with the conversation about the SEC versus everybody else. At the very top, the SEC is an amazing conference. At the very top, the SEC could win the conference, could win the national championship every year, and we've seen that consistently. The problem is once you get past the first 4 SEC teams, you're really
Boo-boo.
talking about pretty level competition or
Boo-boo.
worse competition than the rest of the nation.
You're talking about a whole quarter of the conference, though. Like, name another.
No,
conference
we're
that has
not.
We're 4 teams out of the conference.
Okay, a quarter of the so top 4. So the top 4. So if 4 of the top 5, top 25 teams are really great.
That is crazy. Name another conference that has that many contending teams.
Well, one, y'all are expanding again.
It's only
Hold on,
conference-
one, y'all are expanding again, right?
The
I'm
Big
talking
Ten.
about
Which
how
means
it
that-
is now. I'm talking about the Big Ten does not have 2, and we've seen it.
Dog, in
Ohio
that
State
little,
is not a
12
contender.
They got 2.
In that
You got
12, in
Ohio
that 12,
State.
The
dog,
same-
in that
the same
12
way- hold up.
player
Go ahead,
team, in that 12 team playoff thing that put that back up, Ralph. That 12 team thing, bro. It was Tulane in there. Tulane was in there. Dang on
When was
who else was in
Well,
there?
well,
Missouri
Rez,
was in
Rez.
there.
Rez,
When was
so
it a
so
year?
so it's automatic. It's automatic champion.
So y'all don't believe in any given Saturday. Just like y'all said, TCU
Yes,
won a game.
yes, I
so
do.
what would be the
I
issue?
definitely believe in the game Saturday.
Listen. When was
This
it
is
a
crazy
year-
talk right here.
When was it a year that Michigan and Ohio State was realistically a contender, bro?
Last year,
It was a
Last
year.
year?
No. That was,
Last year?
No, and-
At the same time, or like when
Last
one
year?
team at-
Last year.
Ohio State was a missed field goal away from beating Georgia last year.
this year,
This
both
year,
Ohio State and
this
Michigan
year.
were contenders. This year?
Listen. Ohio State didn't play like they did Georgia all year last year, and that's why they didn't get there. If they did, they would have got there. That's my point.
No, they didn't belong in the Final Four. But you asked when they was the last time they were both contenders.
But see what
So
you're
that's
doing.
Based on this right
But
here,
you
based on this
don't
right
even
here,
see what you're doing. You don't even see what you're doing. You banging on Ohio State for not beating Georgia when none of the SEC beat Georgia.
Bro, I asked a question. When was it a year? that
Last
both
year.
of them niggas- No, it wasn't.
if there was a 12-team playoff this year, both of them would be in.
Penn State would have been in too.
What are you
And
talking
Iowa.
about?
We talking about what it is. Y'all talking about if it was
You
a
asked
12.
what you asked the question.
You asked the
Answer it.
question.
And we give you wins.
What question did I ask that y'all answering with a 12
You,
team?
you
I didn't ask nothing
because
about
you
no
said
12
there were
team
contenders.
college football
If you're talking about contenders, if you're talking about contenders, you're talking about the best teams in the nation. The best teams in the nation would make the playoff if there was a 12-team playoff. No,
I'm talking about how it is now.
Oh,
And
now?
in years and in,
so
and
Ohio
in
State,
years
Ohio
past.
State, and Michigan both made the playoff last year.
create a framework. Create a framework in which you're talking about the contenders, and I'm gonna show you why you're wrong. Go ahead.
You said create a what now?
Create. So you said when they were both create. Tell us the last time that Michigan and Ohio State, and I hate the Big Ten. Tell me a situation where Ohio State and Michigan were both contenders in the same year. When was the last time? Tell me what you consider a contender, and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
A contender to me is a team is what it should be to y'all. It's a team that's gonna win, that could potentially win the national title. And are you saying that Michigan
Ohio
did that
State lost
last
one
year?
game this season.
Are you saying
Ohio
that
State lost
Michigan?
one game this season. Ohio State lost one game this season to the number one team in the nation.
Thank you.
And had the
That's why I
ball
brought
with
it
a
up.
chance to win. And had the ball with a chance to
Now,
win.
that's
Wait,
now.
wait.
Listen,
And if that number one team was Georgia and it was Bama, they would put Georgia and Bama in the playoffs.
let's leave the SEC stuff alone and let's stay to what you just said. Let's and not because I'm trying to duck it though. I just want to stay on topic real quick because you just
Yeah, I'm with you.
because what you're saying on the surface sounds great, but when you dive into who Ohio State was this year, offensively and defensively, they weren't a contending team, and we know that. And that's my point. Y'all ignore.
They weren't as good as they were last year.
Neither
I'll
was
say that.
Bama, though.
Hold on. Y'all ignore what we actually
Bama's not as good as they were last year either.
because you guys like to look at stats and record and ignore.
Nobody said nothing about that.
I'm saying.
You mean what happened on the field?
I'm saying. I'm listening. Let me make my point, fellas, and I'm gonna shut up.
Go ahead.
You guys like to look at the surface to make a point instead of diving into the specifics and what we know to be actually true. So as much as you're saying, yeah, I look at what takes place on the field, are you? Because Ohio State wasn't a contender this year, bro. Their fans will tell you that. Their own fans will tell you that.
So we should
Ohio
go based on
State didn't have a
opinion
good
and not
defense
what
this
actually
year. Is
happened.
that what I heard? Ohio State didn't have a good defense?
We seen. Yes, they had a top defense in the Big Ten where there's no in the snow, freezing rain, where there's the only elite passing offenses is theirs.
How many games was in the freezing rain?
I'm just saying.
I didn't watch one game in the freezing rain this year.
I'm just saying it's in the colder areas, bro.
But you can only play who you play. But you can only play who you play.
Yeah,
bro, these are all
context
narratives.
is key. That's not a narrative. This is what we know to be true.
No. Anything that is not based in fact is absolutely narrative. Anything that's not based in the fact and what actually you can add context to the numbers, but you can't take away the numbers to create context.
So I'm not taking away numbers, Rez. Is it not a fact that it is colder up in those areas?
It is colder.
That's my point. And so with that comes less.
It's a terrible point.
Hold on. No, it's not, bro. This is what actually happens in reality. That's why all those defenses, they have so many elite defenses because there aren't any elite offenses. The elite offense is Ohio State. And that's because they have the best high school players come and see. This is what I'm saying. Y'all are ignoring what we all know just to look at the surface to make a point.
No.
Yes.
Because
that's what's going on.
What you want to say that we all know. You want to say that we all know that if an SEC team plays a team. Wait, you said.
Just one question.
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead, Cups.
Wasn't there a graphic during the Ohio State game that said that they were 2-12?
Yeah.
Against the SEC
in bowl games,
Ohio State
against the
and where was all 14 of those games at? Where was all 14 of those games at?
I don't even know. Probably the South. If you ask him the question,
I didn't track that.
Sugar Bowl,
the graphic,
Cotton Bowl.
that's
Chick-fil-A Bowl.
State. And I don't even take like they know I don't even take bowl games seriously for real, bro.
Me neither.
It's not
back to my earlier point.
You took yesterday seriously.
Now, hold on, what game I took serious?
You took Georgia seriously.
No, I listening. I did not take that seriously. I was even telling my girl, like, damn, about 60 points. Like, that shit
Your first comment on this conversation was Georgia showed they belong in the playoff.
They showed
Georgia,
that
if it was a 16 playoff, Georgia should have absolutely been in. And this is my last point on this. I love that we talk as much about college football. I don't think we've talked about college football in a long time.
I know. I'm sad. I got a great role.
I think that going to a 12-team playoff is extreme overkill. There is no world in which 12 teams should have the opportunity to play in a playoff for a championship. I do not think.
Agree.
I think
Agree.
a six team was a sweet spot.
Yeah.
With 6 teams, you could have had a bye week for the number 1 and 2 teams. Let 3, 4, 5, and 6 play that first week and have it would have been a sweet spot. This year would have been perfect with 6 teams. There is no world in which Tulane should have an opportunity to win a national championship.
Agreed.
They want to make it like the NCAA tournament, basketball tournament, which is honestly, when you think about what how you decide your champion, it's probably the worst way to decide a champion is to put 65 teams into a bracket. It makes great television, but it's not a great way to decide a champion.
That's what we doing, whether it's 6 or 12 or 16 or 65, bro. It's like, how many like that was my point about the contenders. It's like, how many contending teams do you realistically thinking? It ain't that many teams that's gonna win it.
6.
Unless it's, or you can make it 12, or it could be 16, because to somebody's point earlier, it could be any given Saturday. I think it was Ralph. It's like, yeah, anybody can win, bro. When you line
but
up,
it shouldn't be. No. That's my point. It shouldn't be any given Saturday.
We see this in FCS. They got a 24 team playoff, and every year I look up, it's somebody's Dakota in the championship game.
Yep, every single time. Every single time, North Dakota State or North Dakota. Every single time.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it 100%. But my thing was, when the playoff was first created, I was a proponent of 8, just from the standpoint of there were 5 Power 5 conferences. So Power 5 champs. So 5 Power 5 champs, 3 at large. You know, that's where you get your Georgia in. That's where you get your Ohio State in. You know, so on and so forth. But every year,
too many.
It might be. It might be, because I was going to say this is actually the first year that we came to the point where
if they're going to expand it, 6 is the number, because it's 5 Power 5s, and then you get your little wild.
Well, it's 4 Power 5s now. It's 4 now.
Yeah, I'm saying what it was.
Yeah.
Power 5. If you win your conference, you should get it. And then I would also say that
your Cinderella, the one odd team, your little Cinderella, Cincinnati, Central Florida, TCU.
But what would happen there, just to be honest, what would happen there is that they would put a second SEC team in. I'm just saying that's what would happen in most cases for that. But dang, what's my second point? I was saying 6. I was
6
trying to
with
get
the buys.
6
6 with the buys. You said the buy. You get the top 2 get the buys.
I can't remember it. It's all good.
I'm gonna put this 12 back up here because
this NFL shit though, because the Rams just made the playoffs, man. I like how y'all trying to duck how the Rams just made the playoffs. Niggas trying to
we ain't ducking that.
No, hey,
we ain't ducking that.
Hey, no, give me some, bro. Hey, no, because AD, we ain't never been on camera, bro. I said that shit some weeks ago, bro.
You did.
Yeah, last week last week Ralph said the Rams and Tampa gonna beat somebody.
Yeah, he did. Last week.
We ain't look scared.
Yeah, they go, bro. I'm telling you, both of them gonna send somebody home. If the Rams, whoever the Rams see first round,
hey,
they got
give me Rams in Philly. That's the game. Give me Rams in Philly.
Yeah.
I was just ready to say, I kind of want to see Philly the way we almost got them.
I think everybody want to see Philly.
I want to see them take.
No, everybody want to see Dallas.
Everybody wants to see Philly.
Everybody wants to see Dallas as long as it's not in Jerry World. As long as it's not in Jerry World, they want to see Dallas.
And it will be.
They don't want to see Dallas at home. They don't want to see Dallas at home.
I want to see Philadelphia just on some, because of how they look shit, but on some poetry shit. Matt Stafford going back to Detroit is cool too. But that shit
I like that too.
It. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I like that too. Yeah. I'm all about them stories.
AFC
like the NBA screwed me up. I was looking so forward to Suns and Warriors last year. They messed it all up.
You know what's crazy though? This nigga Matt Stafford, the only quarterback in the NFC with a Super Bowl ring.
He is. He
Ain't
is.
that something?
He is.
Ain't that something?
All them niggas is
And he
doing
still
that.
ain't in my Hall of Fame. And he still ain't in my Hall of Fame.
Me neither.
He coming. If he get another ring, you gonna have
Yo,
to.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. If he get another ring, yeah.
That's
But right
nice.
now,
Dog.
no.
Yeah.
He in the Hall of
Dog, if he
Very
pulls
Good.
a ring, dog, if Matt Stafford pulls a ring out of this year, bro,
He
he's
got to
walking
be.
into the Hall.
He first ballot if he get a ring this year.
But it's just
If he
not
pull
very
a
likely.
conference game, I'm tipping my hat. If he pull
It's
a
not
conference
very
game, I'm
likely.
tipping my hat.
I don't think the Rams want. I don't think any team wants to see Dallas in Dallas.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
playoffs.
saying. They don't want to go to Dallas, but you can get Dallas in your place. You
Yeah,
win.
if you get them away from home, though,
Oh yeah,
Not
we
in
vulnerable.
you get them away from home. Dog, the Eagles. I think everybody wants to see the Eagles right now.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm telling
Even
you.
Baker
I think
Mayfield. Even Baker Mayfield
everybody
wants
wants to see the
Philly.
Eagles.
Even Baker Mayfield wants Philly.
I don't think so.
Everybody wants to see the Eagles. The Eagles, dog. The Eagles don't look like a team
Bruh.
right now.
Remember what Coach said? Coach said we built for the playoffs. Remember that now.
Yeah, that's what he
He said
said.
it.
That's what people.
That's what he
People
said.
say all kind of stuff after losses, bro.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
but how about
this
how
game
about
against Kyler Murray today?
you know saying props to the Rams, but how about my Buffalo Bills? You know,
Your Buffalo Bills? Hold on.
Oh no! Oh!
yo, all season long, all season long, all season long. Sports Reports is ordered. I said, watch, Buffalo is going to go into Arrowhead and win this game, and they're going to take off. They're going to take off.
My gosh.
This
Dude said his Buffalo Bills.
My Buffalo Bills, baby. Nobody rounds the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Oh Lord.
Hey, at one
No,
point today, Bailey Zappi had more completions to a Bills defender than he did to a Patriots receiver.
That's all.
I don't know it's like every week I have a different analysis of my quarterback situation, and I don't like that shit.
And
bro.
Bailey Zappi went to
What's
my
up with
school.
this
I can't even co-sign him.
But if Buffalo wins next week against
They win the
Miami,
division. Yep.
the division, and I think they might move up as high as the 2 seed.
They would. Yes.
That would be a problem.
Yeah.
So does
That
that
would be
mean
a problem.
Miami is winning the division right now? Miami's
up by a game right now.
Right now they're up one. They're up
But
one
Buffalo
game.
beat
But
them the first
next
time.
week is Buffalo Miami.
Yeah, Buffalo beat them by 20 the first time. My Buffalo Bills, and they're going to beat them again next week.
And then Tua got a shoulder. Tua got a shoulder. Bradley Chubb is out. Xavier Howard out next game.
What does this mean? What is it? What are we getting at with this Bill shit? Are y'all trying to say that they making a push or what?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Give me Buffalo and Baltimore in the AFC Championship game.
Oh, you ain't even serious. You ain't serious. You ain't.
It's my Bills, bro. My Bills.
You ain't.
What I say is this.
Hey, AD, I am gonna tell you though, your boys one and done this year, bro.
Who that?
Your man's one and done this year, bro. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
For the Chiefs? You talking Patty?
Whoever they see first round, probably, especially if they see Cleveland.
Who would they get? Who would they get first round?
So as of today,
right now,
because they won today. So as of today, they would probably play either Indianapolis or Buffalo. If it was today, they would play Indianapolis or Buffalo.
You choose it. I'm betting with Patrick Mahomes on both of those.
Both of those, I'll take Patrick Mahomes.
I'm taking Mahomes too.
If any of y'all want to bet that shit, just let me know.
No,
get at me.
No, y'all know how I feel with Patrick Mahomes. Like, I think he's having a down season. I think if you're gonna beat Patrick Mahomes, this is the season to beat him. I think after this year, like I said, I think they hit the wide receiver market like gangbusters after this season.
DeAndre Hopkins.
And get him some help. I think they get him some help. But this year here, he if they get the Bills, they beat the Bills. But if Cleveland comes to if they've got to play Cleveland, it's a wrap. It's over. Cancel that.
Don't sell out my Bills like that.
Yeah, play Cleveland.
I don't think
they just won at Arrowhead 3 weeks ago.
Brother, Rams just beat Cleveland. Like y'all, I understand they good and shit. Like their defense really good, but like come on, bro. It's Patrick Mahomes.
You forgot who playing quarterback over that junk now, bro.
Flacco.
Joe Flacco was the quarterback. Joe Flacco.
Vintage Flacco. He playing really good football.
He played good football when we beat him. We played that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He said that shit don't matter, bro.
We beat y'all too, right?
It's Patrick fucking Mahomes. Y'all beat the shit out of
The
us. That's
Bills.
what I'm saying. I rather. That's why
that shit don't
I
count.
ain't trying to see.
Though. That shit don't really count. Not saying
I ain't trying to see Dallas in the playoffs. Honestly, that's why you heard me. I ain't even say nothing about Dallas. I said Philadelphia.
The Bills get the 2.
And Detroit.
They put a lot of smut on my jacket.
Yeah, the Bills will get the 2 if the Bills get the 2 if they win next week.
If the Bills get to 2, then Kansas City have to come to them. Kansas City will beat them.
Yeah,
I mean they'll beat Kansas City. They'll beat Kansas City in Buffalo.
I could see that. This would be the only chance, Josh. If he don't do this shit this year, what is it gonna be now?
That's all I'm saying.
He is gonna leave, bro. I think
he ain't going nowhere, but he on the
ain't
clock.
Going nowhere.
Stephon Diggs might go somewhere. Stephon Diggs might go somewhere, but Josh Allen ain't going nowhere.
Diggs and McDermott gonna be gone. Yeah,
and Gabriel for contract. We gonna see.
Yeah, what if the Browns are the only team that can beat the Ravens?
That might be the case. That might be the case.
If the fucking Browns make the Super Bowl, I'm not watching that shit.
Oh, see, here you go with this shit again. See?
Telling you, bro,
that's crazy.
That's called elitism.
That has to be some kind of hate, bro.
Yeah,
no, my man, no. He consistent. He didn't even want to watch Giannis in the finals. That's what he do.
Man, like, who want to see that shit?
What?
Like,
Giannis the best in the game. Giannis the best.
I want to see the freak.
Who wanted to see Giannis versus the Sun? I don't even want to talk about basketball.
Giannis is the best in the game, though. Why would you want to see the best player in the game?
Uh-oh.
He really kind of is, to me, the best player in the game. Like,
Embiid,
all around, though.
All around. Yeah. He just don't. He just don't. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on.
You're not gonna have an answer for Porzingis.
Hey, look.
Y'all waiting on Porzingis for 12 years now.
This Lamar year, man. This Lamar year.
I think it is too.
Lamar Jackson year.
I think it is.
I don't know, man. I'm still not there yet.
Even though it's
he got weapons, man. He got weapons. They young.
And Odell making plays down the field.
Zay Flowers?
And he ain't got to be the
Zay
number
Flowers?
one.
That's my guy, yeah.
Look, though. I feel like likely got to be a factor even when Andrews might come back. Likely still got to be in the mix.
What I'll say with the Ravens, and I said this earlier today, like their defense is extremely underrated for as good as they are.
Definitely.
When you can give your quarterback 5 turnovers and get the ball in excellent field, Doug, they won by 14 against us, and Lamar Jackson didn't have over 250 yards passing, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he got 6 games this year under 190.
Smith.
Lamar makes those plays that he has to make. But it's a lot easier to make those plays when you know your defense is going to do what that defense did, bro. Like that defense is freaking out otherworldly. And like that's why I think that it's possible that Cleveland could beat them because their defense also hits. Their defense also can get those turnovers.
It was a point I felt like that. It was a point I felt like how you feel like when they played y'all and shit. They had the best defense. Cleveland did.
Yeah,
and the Ravens,
Cleveland's crazy.
It was. I think it was at that time. It was Cleveland 1, 49ers 2, Ravens 3.
Ravens 3. Yeah.
And the Ravens took flight somewhere after that. Their defense is really good, but Lamar is the difference, bro. The offense is the difference. Like, as much credit as we give them to the defense, they is really good. They've been best, like, the last month.
Even though y'all called them up, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, man, niggas know. I won't big on the Rams this year, bro. Like, we young as shit. And we giving niggas everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we giving niggas problems, bro. And it's not because we really that great. It's because the other team, I don't know what it is, a matchup thing or something. Like, it's got to be
definitely matchup.
It's matchups, dog.
Matchup. Scheme is important. Like McVay can scheme, you know that.
Shit, bro. Matt Stafford is slinging the rock, bro.
Yeah, McVay.
Bro, you give McVay McVay got a full season of game tape. Like McVay, like he one of them people. Like McVay, shoot Kyle Shanahan. They like these types of guys, man. They can scheme it up. They can study that tape. That's what I'm talking about. The Ravens, like when the Ravens played us, bro, it just looked like they just knew. So, like, they knew all of our sets. They knew, like, if I didn't know any better, I would think there was some kind of sign gate going on with the Ravens, bro. Like, they just knew.
Well, that's why I thought Miami was in trouble today because McDaniel's a Shanahan dude. So I told Raph the other day, I was like, yo, Baltimore was talking to Miami when they played San Francisco. This could be you. You know what I mean?
I know y'all ain't gonna want to hear this, but I think this.
Just real quick, speaking of difference makers, there's a guy with long flowing hair, plays down there in Duval. This year, when he makes it to the playoffs, if the season was to end today, he would host the Cleveland Browns.
And he would go home.
And
you go home quick.
In a body bag.
I believe they would get smashed in that game. So,
quick. Are you talking about? Y'all talking about Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Trevor, keep the car running. Keep the car running.
So
he's not healthy right now. He's not healthy right now.
He won't healthy. He just ain't got hurt when they played him and they almost won.
No, he been hurt. He hurt that ankle on Monday night against Cincinnati.
He's been hurt. And
I thought he should have sat out when they played Cleveland, and then he got the concussion against Tampa. So they should have sat him then.
And he got hurt in Cleveland too. He was hurt and got hurt in that game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He shouldn't have kept playing. They should have sat him.
And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all putting too much on Cleveland, man. They good. Their defense good, but
no, it's not that. It's not that. I think it's just because of his health right now. Like if he was regular, I might not feel that way, but he's not regular.
Again, that's another player I'm not saying.
Y'all are going to say going into the offseason? Is he going to get more grace than the guy playing at SoFi gets? Because I don't understand. I don't understand what's the difference between either guy.
100%. Me either.
I can tell you. I can tell you.
Better coaching. That's all.
Trevor Lawrence.
Better coaching.
Give Trevor Lawrence the ball down 3 with the game on the line. I trust Trevor Lawrence way more than I trust Justin Herbert every single day of the week.
That's obvious. Do we even have to say that?
Easily.
Every single day of the week.
What I wanted to ask,
both of them
do you think that he should get this? Do you think that they should both get similar criticism?
Yes.
Justin Herbert.
What is one doing that the other is not?
We watched them.
You're saying what is one doing that the other is not doing, bro?
See, and I think that's where me and you differ. I just feel like if you deserve to be criticized, you deserve to be criticized. You be trying to put this level stuff on there, like, no, don't criticize him like right now because
it is levels though. But this to answer your question, bro, he won a division.
He came back from 27 down in the playoffs too.
Okay. He won the division.
And he beat.
What division was Justin Herbert supposed to win?
And he beat his ass. You asked me what he done. I wasn't even going to go here. These are things
that division was weak though.
But he came back from 27 down.
He beat the team.
Against the guy question though. A bumming question.
Bro, the Chargers have given Justin Herbert everything.
Everything,
bro.
If you went into a lab right now. Even if you want to rag on Brandon Staley, bro, everything outside of Staley.
Outside of a coach, they got everything, bro.
If you went into a lab right now, and said, build me the perfect quarterback, he would probably come out looking like Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Justin Herbert just don't play like it.
No.
Bro,
I don't trust Justin Herbert with the ball in his hands down 3.
It's the mind, dog.
What was the graphic that I showed at the start of the season? Coming into the 2023 season, the last, I think, 5 or 7 games, the Chargers scored 35 in each of those games, and they only won, I believe, 2 of them.
One of them. All right, I got the difference for you right here.
Story ever since Justin Herbert has been the quarterback, they've scored 1,500 points, and they've allowed 1,500.
Here's the difference for you right here. Last season, I don't have the numbers in front of me. Last season, I do remember Justin Herbert threw 25 touchdown passes. And in this passing league, where everybody's throwing the ball 40 to 60 times a game,
thank you,
he got 25 touchdowns. If that was Trevor Lawrence, people would say Jacksonville got a bust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
somehow.
Not only, I ain't even know he only threw 25 touchdowns.
He only threw 25 touchdownowns last year, as much as he threw the ball.
I was about to say he broke a record for how many.
But didn't he go 50?
No.
50 what?
50 what?
He threw 50 passes in like 8 different games.
We're talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Yo, hold on. What was it? You that posted? I think you posted something last year where it was like in his first 3 or 4 seasons, Justin Herbert had more passing attempts than Peyton Manning.
Bruh. That nigga
man.
don't do nothing but
Ridiculous,
throw
bro.
the ball.
And
All he
got
does is throw the
25.
ball, bro.
That's
all
what
he
I'm
do,
saying.
throw the ball.
If Trevor Lawrence threw the ball that much and got 25 touchdowns, we would hear that he's a bust.
Yeah.
Dog,
You said
dog.
that
Herbert
the nigga had
over Dak
25
too.
touchdowns. When you said that the nigga
Who
had
puts Justin Herbert
25
over Dak?
touchdowns, I'm like, damn, Lamar.
I can show you a bunch of
numbers
this.
like,
Cups?
how many
Cups?
touchdowns Lamar got? Like niggas.
Lamar got 24 right now.
Like niggas would
How many
hate
did
that
Dak got,
nigga
though?
about that shit, bro.
How many do that have?
I don't remember off the top of my head right
Dak
now.
has what?
We know.
30,
I've been-
Dak has what? 30, 35?
Yeah, he's over 30. He's over 30. Yeah.
Leading the league though, but nobody give a fuck. Nobody care. Nobody care.
That's because Josh Allen leads the league in total touchdowns.
It's not that they don't care.
Of course,
It's not that they don't care.
Thank you, Mike.
No,
You're
Dallas
right.
Mike, it's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't care. And me and talked about this earlier. It's not that they don't care. It's we remember what happens in the big moments. We remember what happens in the big moments. So like Dallas had the game where you got the spotlight game where it's your time to show it is you. You
And defense don't show
that
up.
dude.
And defense don't show
Dak,
up. Dak,
Dak
every game you saying that,
they scored
Dak showed up
20
in.
points in that game.
Name a game where Dak didn't show up at.
Bro, they scored 20 points in that game.
Most of their road games this
Name
year.
a game where Dak didn't show up at.
Most of their road games this
He
year.
still
Do you think Dallas,
and 2 touchdowns
Dallas,
and a pick.
do you think
Rez,
they scored 20 points in the game?
Not showing up. That's the problem. But nobody will talk about that.
Bro,
When Cam
no, dog, 20 points is not a lot of points in the NFL game.
Said, I think about the Cowboys, I think about the defense.
Cam was wrong.
The defense
Cam was wrong. I'm off Cam on that. No, I'm off Cam on that.
Are you campaigning for this MVP shit still? Like,
He's campaigning for the MVP. He's campaigning for the MVP. And I told him.
Hey,
I told him to stop it.
Lamar definitely sold up the MVP today.
Come back to that.
This is the only reason why he's not, and it's kind of to Red's point for real. It's not even so much the big moments, even though I agree with that. It's if bro would have just won the games.
Yeah.
Bro, how you gonna win it?
I know, bro.
It matters.
Win a game
If Miami didn't come down and score that field goal last week, we would have heard about Dak all this week.
Thank you.
Dak would have been a hero.
You're not making sense. They're not giving the nigga a chance.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that's what it is.
I'm just saying if the defense the defense stop them and we win the game, it's a game winning. It's a game winning jump for Dak.
Prescott. That's my point.
Thank you.
Yeah, even the announcer when he threw the touchdown pass. When he threw the touchdown pass, the announcer said that's Dak's MVP moment.
All that shit. It's probably the best throw of the whole year.
It's the same shit when we talk about Josh Allen in the 13 seconds, bro. And his defense,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bro, you gotta. The quarterback still gotta wear that jump, bro.
Yeah, bro. Think about it this way. Hold on. Think about it this way, Dallas Mike.
When they win, they get the credit, bro. You just
think about it this way, bro. Mike. Think about it this way. If your team is in a Super Bowl, right? Your team's in a Super Bowl. You are up 29-32. You just scored a touchdown to put your team up 29-32. If that other team walks in and walks down the field and scores a touchdown, you're not going to win Super Bowl MVP.
True. You want my quarterback to score in 45 seconds.
No, I'm telling you, you're not going to win Super Bowl MVP. Yes. You
not every week, not every game, but sometimes you just got to.
Sometimes you just got time.
Josh Allen did it in 13 seconds, and his defense carried him, bro. That's my point. And we still got it, and we still give it.
And Josh Allen's playing with who? Stephon Diggs. He's playing with Kincaid. He's playing with Gabriel.
That's my point.
We don't have that in Dallas.
It's true.
We don't have
that. Hey, last time I looked, Dallas got CeeDee Lamb.
I was ready to say, if I'm
CeeDee Lamb had 225 yards.
If you ask me today who I'm taking, CeeDee Lamb or Stephon Diggs, I swear I might take CeeDee.
I'm still taking Stephon. I'm taking
Stephon Diggs.
I swear to God, I might take
CeeDee Lamb.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm still taking
Stephon.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Bring the rain, Rez.
On everything I love. We're going to stop doing in 2024. Next year, Mike, put the big screen on Mike right now, Ralph.
What we doing here?
You done did it now.
Mike, what is your middle name? What is your middle name, Mike?
Anthony, brother, Anthony.
Mike, Anthony, Dallas, Mike.
Powell.
Powell.
Drink it.
CeeDee Lamb. If you don't get on this camera right now and say CeeDee Lamb is wide receiver 1, CeeDee Lamb is easily one of the best wide receivers in the league.
I did last week.
It is not. It is
that
not
shit is so
close.
crazy, bro. Because the number one debate came out of nowhere.
It did.
That shit literally came out of nowhere.
Organically. And look, we were doing this like what? Week 3?
What debate?
Hey,
whether CeeDee Lamb is the number 1 or not.
No,
Dallas Mike was calling CeeDee Lamb a number 2 receiver.
It wasn't just him though. It was niggas that be hating on Dallas, bro.
Yeah, it was everybody. It was everybody.
Why is a Dallas fan doing it?
It's the same dudes that say that T. Higgins is the number 1. It's the same dudes.
See? I don't think Higgins is number 1. I don't.
It's the same. I said that just for you, Adam. I said that just for you.
He's not a number 1. He's not a number 1. No.
Dog, CeeDee Lamb.
I'll give y'all this. You and Ralph have said since day one that y'all think that CeeDee Lamb is number 1. I give it to you. I'm giving it to you right here.
He's the number 1 receiver. He's been the number 1 receiver on what has been a top 3 offense the last 3 years, bro. He's been the best receiver. So what is we talking about?
But niggas that
like 350 yards passing.
Think about it like this. Think about it like this. If CeeDee Lamb wasn't a number 1, how come Brandon Cook's numbers ain't better?
He's the number 1, bro.
Dak had 350 yards passing.
Dak having
225 with CeeDee Lamb.
That's Julio Jones level.
What is this? That's insane.
Hey, shout out to Julio today too. Shout out to Julio Jones.
Who is 2 Tubbs?
2 Tubbs, nigga. Where did that come from?
AJ Brown was not happy about that.
That's why they lost.
Dog, AJ Brown was not happy about that at all.
And that's why Philly going down.
No shout out.
All I'm gonna say about Brandon Cooks is good. Again, Brandon Cooks is solid. It's not number 2, but we need better than Brandon Cooks because even last year with the Texans, Brandon Cooks didn't have over 1,000 yards. So you need better from CeeDee Lamb, who just had a historic season. He did.
What's up with Gallup? What's up with Gallup though?
You got Gallup his ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like Gallup when he a few years ago he never took off.
It's an injury,
He got hurt and they paid him for no reason.
He was never the same after getting hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. They paid him for no reason. Like my thing, you paying the man for what? What has he done? Nothing. You paid him because you wanted to justify Amari Cooper leaving. Fifth round pick though to Cleveland and watch Amari Cooper doing what he's doing. That's Jerry Jones being an asshole. You dig?
Yeah.
That's what I gotta deal with. I gotta deal with a nigga who don't know what the fuck he doing.
Hey, this is what I gotta deal with.
I gotta deal with this shit on a regular. A nigga that's dumb as hell. Imagine we had Amari Cooper on this offense. Whoa.
You'll be all right once
last year. With Zeke
you'll be all right once Dallas. You'll be all right once Dallas plays Seattle in the first round. You'll be all right.
I'm with it.
Seattle.
He beat the fuck out of anybody in the first round. I'm with it.
Does Seattle win today?
They ain't win
Green Bay
today.
and Minnesota.
They ain't win a motherfucking thing today.
They out? Are they out of it?
Are they out?
They ain't out of it. I don't think. But they ain't going, bro.
Look, we about to
Green Bay about to win tonight. Green Bay gonna win tonight, and that's gonna.
Look, we about to beat the fuck out of the goddamn Commanders though. The fucking